No doubt where the big game is on Sunday in the Premier League. Liverpool taking on Chelsea, first versus fourth in the table. Liverpool, of course, just lost that one game against Nottingham Forest. Chelsea just lost one time also. That was at home against Manchester City. Chelsea have looked good at, in fact, away from home. A big test for both sides. Frank Leboeuf is still with us. Frank, who would have thought we'd be sat here at the start of the season giving everything that was going on? Chelsea's pre-season, look, a disaster. The signings, of course, a big talking point about that. But as a Chelsea fan, you're actually quite looking forward to this tie because at least you know you're going to get something from your team.
Well, at least it's going to be a big test. I don't know if the Chelsea player can cope with Liverpool, but if they do, it's going to be a reinsurance for the fans to say, okay, we are doing great. I really think that Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal are above everybody else and also above Chelsea. And I think it's going to be very hard for Chelsea even to get a point away from home. But let's see how they handle it. How, with their small experience in the football world, they can handle that pressure and now the expectation from the fans. And you're right, at the beginning of the season, nobody would have said, okay, maybe we have a chance against Liverpool. But Chelsea has a chance against Liverpool, that's for sure. Nottingham Forest won away from home at Anfield against Liverpool, so everything is possible. Chelsea drew against Nottingham Forest, so let's see how it works. And it's possible. Nowadays, with the quality of the Chelsea player, with what Maresca brought to this team, with that game more vertical, and if Chelsea doesn't try to play too much from the back, yeah, something is possible. But don't forget, I made Liverpool favourites of the Premier League. That's the reason why. I mean, they are above Chelsea and they want to step up and to show how stronger they are from Chelsea. So it's going to be, anyway, a very interesting game to watch.
We've talked about Chelsea's defensive frailties. Let's talk about that vertical game a little bit more, as it seems to have gelled really well. You look at Madueke, you look at Palmer, you look at Nico Jackson up front.
Yeah, the big sort of change in Chelsea from Tuchel to Pochettino, which did get a bit quicker, is the speed in which they've won the ball back on the edge of their own box, or close to it. We've seen it in quite a few games. The big question is this style going to travel to Anfield, where they flood forward with pace, longer balls, getting the wide players forward against, at this moment in time, the most organised team in the Premier League, defensively? Yes, they've not played the best of teams. That's going to come from this Chelsea game onwards. But they've lost 2 goals in the Premier League. They are organised. They are top of the league. That's factual. So Chelsea's game, and Frank mentioned Nottingham Forest, and that's fair enough, but it's a different ball game. Theirs was a sit-in, park the bus, let's try and defend, nick a goal sort of performance, and that worked for them. That has not been Chelsea this season, and I don't expect Chelsea to do that. But I expect them to be a bit more organised and then try and get that sort of Nico Jackson, Cole Palmer, Madueke, the wide guys getting forward. It has worked brilliantly for them. It's been very exciting to watch, but it's also left them a little bit vulnerable at the back. Now, that is the big juxtaposition to be in. Do you gamble or do you not at Anfield, playing this way and be punished at the other end?
Well, he's told us, Anisha. He said this is where we're going to play.
And you have to respect that.
Do you?
Well, in that, at least he's giving Chelsea a little bit of an identity in how they're playing. And to Craig's final point there, that's my concern about Chelsea. In the games so far that we've seen them play, when they've scored bucket loads of goals and looked absolutely outstanding in doing so, they've managed to concede 2 or 3 times, even though they've outscored the opponent more times than not. But and credit to Maresca and that transformation, that way that he's giving Chelsea an identity, that he's getting the best out of players that we simply thought he couldn't have done. And now you go to Anfield, kind of give him the form, and you're able to play with almost with house money, in that nobody expected Chelsea to be this good. Everybody wanted to see how Liverpool would fare under Arne Slot and give them their start, and they're at home. There's more pressure on Liverpool to deliver at this stage. And that, again, that kind of underdog, play with house money mentality, I think serves in attacking Chelsea well. I still think, pound for pound, Liverpool are the better team. But as you said at the start, now all of a sudden, Chelsea are able to give teams a game.
I think it's important in this game that clearly Liverpool are a better side. They are much further in the progress in the squad, and they have been for quite some time. But Robert Sanchez, for me, takes a lot of chances with the ball at his feet. A lot of chances. And he's been caught out several times this season playing stupid hospital passes out from the back. He has to be very careful that he picks his moment, because Liverpool, they're a smart side. They've been pressing and pressing since Klopp came in. Might be a little bit different now under Arne Slot, but they're clever. They'll watch it and they'll wait to pounce at the right time. If Chelsea are going to get anything out of this game, they cannot give Liverpool something on a platter. They have to make sure Liverpool earn it. Otherwise, it could be a long day at the office for them. And he, for me, has been the starting point at the back. And he's made some great saves this year, don't get me. I don't think he's the best goalkeeper. He has made some great saves. But he's passed the ball out terribly at times. It's really put Chelsea in a bad position.
Speaking of goalkeepers, obviously Alisson is a major doubt going into this. Kelleher could come in again. You look at the stats, Kelleher, I think, has proved to himself to be a good number two. Over a period of time, with Alisson out for a long stretch, say, how much of a difference does it make? Or does it make a difference when you've got someone that comes in and looks so competent?
We've seen Kelleher play for an extended period when Alisson's been out a couple of seasons ago, first comes to mind. And I've always felt that he's equipped himself really well. The challenge is you're taking over from one of the best in the world at his position. And while equipping yourself really well is one thing, making up for that drop-off from Alisson is another. And I think it's easier done over a shorter period than a longer. And for some reason, I just have a little bit of a concern with Kelleher over a longer period. I'm not sure why that is, I'll be honest with you, this time around. And I don't know if it's kind of given the speculation about his future and whether he needed to move to play more regularly, to be somebody's number one. But I'm just a little bit concerned with Kelleher over the longer term, and I wonder how that will affect Liverpool.
He doesn't see himself as a number two. He said that.
Right.
And
that's a good thing, because some goalkeepers do, and they're happy. And we've all had it. Guys happy to sit on the bench 30 to 40 times a year and pick up some bonuses and play now and again. But then it means that when he comes in, he knows he's the number two, and in his mind that he's the number two goal. Kelleher, although he's behind Alisson for all the reasons Shaq mentioned, I think really believes that he can go out and play at a high level in another Premier League club. And I think that's a good mindset to have when you do need to come into the team, that you have that confidence in your own ability. And I think we've seen that from him when he's played both in the league and in the Carabao Cup finals and stuff like that. He's made some big saves, some big saves. Look, he's not ever going to be an Alisson at that level, but I think he can be a very, very good goalkeeper somewhere else if he eventually gets his move. But I think the point is, he doesn't come in nervous about and worried about what people think of him, because in his own mind, for him, he should be playing either at Liverpool or for another big club.
Predictions then. Let's take a look at what everyone has gone for ahead of this big tie at Anfield. I think everyone's gone for a Liverpool victory, actually. Let's just take a look. Here it is. Indeed.
Oh, was
That's a pretty bad omen, that.
Wow, get your money on Chelsea, boys and girls. Blimey. Frank, you've gone against your old team.
Yes, I know, and I really hope to be wrong, but as I see it, it's only fair to say that Liverpool is the favourite, but I really see an entertaining game with many goals and kind of vertical game, not boring. I mean, I'm fed up with calculation of all actions you want to make. With Liverpool and Chelsea this season, I really feel that you have something that can be entertaining. So, who's going to win? I don't know. I really think that Liverpool, as I said before, is a better team than Chelsea. But I just want to see a big game. And if Chelsea loses 3-2, it's not going to be a bad result, I would say. Yeah, you don't get any point, but you get something out of it, I'm sure, in terms of confidence.
Frank won't be. That's it. He can't go back to Stamford Bridge.
Can't get Stamford Bridge.
He's going to get booed more than me if he ever goes back.
No chance.
Yes, he is.
No chance.
Yes, he is.